Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay. Got our little parts cleaned up here, ready to try and put them together however they're supposed to go. And somebody suggested that these parts may not go down in those cavities. It may be part of the elevator mechanism that raises the aircraft up out of the hangar deck onto the flight deck. In which case it would be above that cavity, suspended there, glued on somehow. We're probably not going to be able to see it. On the other hand, maybe if we look in, we can get close, we might be able to see some of the details of it. I don't know. I don't know exactly where it's going to go. I guess we'll know as we progress through the build here, and I really don't know. It's not like I'm pretending I don't know. I have a bad habit, I guess, of not going through the manual over and over and over again and familiarizing myself with what's going to happen. I should, but I don't. Okay, I was noticing that in step 9 here, we do have a piece of photo etch that we have to put down, actually 2. And it's going to be fairly easy because we're not going to have to do it while it's on the ship. We're going to be able to do it while it's on the little, I guess you'd call it, micro module that we'll be building. Now, I think I mentioned this 3 or 4 days ago. These parts here that we're going to be building, I know where they go further on in the build. They go on the sides of something else we're going to be making. It's kind of nice, it's kind of like when we did the submarine. We just did a bunch of easy-to-handle little modules and then sort of placed the stuff at the end. And that's kind of the way it is I'm noticing with this. We're going to be making a lot of little modules here. After we get this put together, we go and we put this thing together. This is all one piece. I think we'll get through it. I'm probably going to be making a lot of mistakes, but it's going to be a lot of fun too. I'm enjoying this. I want to get most of this built, and these pieces here in 9 built. In fact, all of them before we do any painting. And it could be that when we flip over to step 10 here. No, step 10 is Step 10 is dealing with the flight deck already. Okay. Well, we'll worry about that later. I guess what I started to say was I want to be able to spray all these pieces together. In other words, I don't want to put these 3 things together and then spray it, and then do this, and then spray it, and then do this, and then spray it. I want to try and do everything all at once. I got a feeling that this that we're making right now might be a different color if we wanted to contrast with whatever we're going to put it on. That's why maybe I should be perusing ahead here and seeing where exactly. Okay, well here it is. It's in step 11. It shows it. Okay, and from what I'm seeing here, it looks as though it's suspended somehow from the. It becomes part of the flight deck. It is the elevators, and yes, it does not go down into those cavities on the hangar deck. It is suspended from the cavity in the flight deck. Okay, well, we'll figure. You'll see this clearer when we actually get to it. Which, with the weather the way it is for the next couple of days, it's supposed to be nice. I think today is supposed to go to 10 degrees. I noticed earlier when I checked the weather. Oh, I did get out on my bike yesterday. Yes, first ride this year on a motorcycle. I've been out on the e-bike already, but that's not the same thing. It's the e-bike is okay, but the motorcycle, that's a thrill, I'll tell you. I'd forgotten how powerful that machine was. Yeah, that's a great bike, that one. So why am I getting a different one? Well, I'm getting a different one because the different one should ride better. The Rebel is a wonderful, powerful, sporty machine, but it's got a sporty ride. It's like the difference between a big old 1956 Cadillac and a little MG sports car of the same year. You know, they just weren't the same at all. I mean, the ride. You know, I'm at the place now where I want a soft, cushy ride. and apparently this latest model of the Goldwing is also supposed to handle nicely. It's lighter than previous models, so but it's got the same engine. So yeah. Anyway, I got out yesterday. Yes, and I'm planning to get out again today, and that's going to make the model table have sort of a back seat, you might say. What do we got here? 7:23. I don't know if the walkers came by or not. They came by at 7:16, I think it was yesterday. So they could. They don't leave it exactly on time. I remember when I used to go for walk to work, I used to leave almost to the second when I would close the door, and then I had sort of a I don't know what you'd call it, but I used to know where I would have to be to the second at different places during my walk when I would walk to work from here. And I used to enjoy doing that. And if I was a few seconds behind at a timing point, I would walk just a little bit harder and try and catch up. It was kind of fun. I guess I should have been counseled or something. There must have been something wrong with me. Because funny little things like that used to amuse me. However, this is amusing me now. It's not a funny little thing. Yeah, millions of people all around the world do this. There's nothing wrong with this. Building models. If you build models and you think, oh, I'm sort of not very macho. Hey, there's lots of macho guys build models. You come and tell me I'm not macho to my face. Well, maybe do it 15, 20 years ago when I could have stood up for myself. Okay, let's get going here. Let's get these pieces together, and then we'll move on. Yeah. Oh. There we go. We're ready for you know who. Okay, now I think we've talked about everything. Oh, no, we didn't talk about the temperature. It is minus 0.7 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's warming up already. So, yeah, it might make it to 10 today. I sure hope so, because, yesterday I went to, I couldn't get the door open properly on my bike box. And what's happened is I think that where the patio is, there's maybe a little bit of frost heaving going on, and the stones have raised up, so the door is jamming. So I wanted to raise up the front of the bike box and just put a piece of wood under it, just raise it up like that. And I couldn't lift the bike box, and at that time, somebody was visiting next door, and he was just getting into his car. He says, "Do you want to handle that?" So he came over, and he was shoving on the bike box, and I was trying to get a shovel underneath it and wedge it up. And we realized that the whole bike box was frozen to the ground. Yeah. Yeah, it's still winter, and we could get a blizzard yet. I think in about 48 hours they're predicting snow. And by that it could be anything. If it's blowing, my bike riding could be over for a while. This time of year in Winnipeg, yeah, we could get a blizzard that would set us back a couple of weeks. But that's the way it goes. That's part of living in Winnipeg. If you don't like it, move. But hey, it's home. That's why I'm here. Yeah, there's lots of other places in the world that are nicer, but it seems that if you're born in a particular location, or at least you've made that your home, you just stay there and put up with the bad. And you know the old saying, grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, and then when you get there you find out it's got problems too. So, yeah. Okay. Let's get at her. Okay, so what I can see here is that each one of these three pieces that we have to make up are made up of 4 of these and 2 of these and 2 of these. So it shouldn't be too hard here, because as I mentioned yesterday, this one and this one look alike, except that this one has little tongues on it. And I want to make sure I don't glue them in the wrong place. They have to go on the outside. Okay, let's just get sort of started here. I think if we just sort of assemble these things, if I can pick them up. Okay, I got it. Okay. So this would go, yeah, the 24s go like this. And then you would take a number 22, and the 22s are the ones with the tongues, and they would go, okay, let's get that in the right place here. There's probably a more awkward way to do to do this if I try. Okay. Okay, they go something like that. Okay, maybe what I should do is get this over here a little closer so I can see everything at the same time. Okay, what I'm going to do here is you get the idea of how this is supposed to go. I think it'll be a lot easier for me if I turn the camera off and pay attention to this, because I'm probably driving you crazy here. Okay, by the time I got to the third one, I had a system figured out, and it was going quite quick. And I also found that if I don't want them to fall apart, when you pick them up, you sort of squeeze them a little bit so that the joints all bind. That's going to hold it together. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure I got this right. And I was also thinking that maybe what I should be doing is finding the part that these tongues fit into. In other words, it's probably going to be the part of the flight deck. Yeah, and then get this all together, because it's going to be rather difficult to paint it. I don't want to be getting any excess glue. Well, I suppose I could glue all the joints together. No, I'm going to cruise ahead here. We're in step 9, so I'm just going to. What step was it today? Yeah, in step 11 here, you can see where we put the B9 onto it. So let's, for the fun of it, get our B9s. Actually, it shows it in step 10 here already. Okay, here's something that's sort of interesting, at least interesting to me. When I slid this out of the sleeve, I thought, okay, these B9s are all the same, but they're not all B9s. They're numbered 8, 9, and 10, and I thought, well, why is that? And then I realized that, well, you can see that the texture, or the planking, or whatever it is running this way on these ones. Obviously, this is the part of the flight deck. And then if you were to turn these over, I'll just try and carefully do it here. Okay, you can see here that on the other side, they've got these little tabs, and they're all different on each one. So I think what I'm going to do is, even though each one of these takes these parts, which are identical, they actually form a piece that is not identical. So maybe what I should do is, I wonder if I could write somewhere on the bottom here, because I don't think we'll be seeing the bottom of these things, unless we were to use a very tiny little, dentist's mirror or something like that, which I don't think we're going to be doing. Okay, so let's get these nipped off, and I'll just write a number on it. I'll just write 8, 9, and 10, and hopefully I can write it in a place where it won't be seen, like maybe in the dead center. See, when these things have to go, let's see if I can do it so that they don't fall apart here on me now. See, I gotta keep squeezing in the same direction, otherwise it will. Okay, now where's the tabs? They go something like this. Yeah, so if I was to write an 8, 9, and 10 in the dead center, there's no way we could see it. At least that's the plan. Okay, we got them all numbered here. And I don't see any reason why we can't glue them down now. And, yeah. And then we can spray them later. And just about a minute ago, I guess, I saw Max go down the road with you-know-who. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see. This is in the wrong side. That's why I didn't want to go. Okay, that's supposed to go there, obviously. Yeah, I don't think it matters if they went this way or this way. It'd be the same thing. They're whatever you call it. Anyway, I think they're ready here. So, we are ready.
I think Nathan was standing there yesterday, and Nathan smells like his 2 dogs.
Oh, sure.
That's why I had to be investigated.
Yeah, it's amazing the smell. The sense of smell on these creatures.
Come on, Nathan. Come on, Miss. Yeah, Dad, but you don't have any venison.
Pardon me?
She said, yeah, Dad, but you don't have any venison.
Well, hang on to her. Okay, come on. Okay, sit down, Missy.
Oh, I couldn't sleep this morning. I got up at 5.
Sit down. Good girl. Good girl.
Yeah.
Then you and I were up about the same time.
Yeah. I went around the block and then I came back and got up. We went over the bridge and back.
I saw you go out the first time and I was going to open my door and say, hey, you forgot somebody.
Yeah. Rainey's car is in getting a new muffler.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm probably going to get out on the bike again today.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's supposed to go to 10. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Yeah.
You gonna do a similar route?
Maybe I'll go over the over the river over to the other side, down Murray Avenue.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Going over the bridge.
I haven't been that way for a while, so.
Take a look at the river. See.
Thanks for coming again, Missy. It's always good to see you.
Thanks for.
Okay, we'll see you.
This is Wednesday, yeah?
Wednesday, 3:30, right?
3:30. Yeah.
Bye, Missy.
I almost forgot.
Missy the dog. Missy the dog. And once again, Max just took off for Tim Hortons. All right. Now, let's get our glue out and glue these down before they all fall apart again on me. Okay, we got something from UPS. Is it good news or bad news? Moncton, New Brunswick. Okay. Oh, yes. I was wondering if I was going to get something like this. Well, maybe this will give me the information of, how to pay for it. Well, it's still worth it. It's still worth it. Yeah, it's still worth it. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll know not to do that again. Okay, if we look at the way this thing is put together here, this one, this one, this one, and this one are holding all the others down. So we don't really need to, they're the only ones who actually have to glue to the plate here, whatever it is. And I do believe it's all in place there. So I'm going to choose the quick setting. It'll wick its way through. You might even be able to see it. And the last one. This quick setting dries quite quickly. Okay. My experience with this stuff is if you hold it tight for just even a few seconds, like 10-15 seconds, it has a tendency to, a lot of it has a tendency to glue in place. Okay, I'm going to just do that now with the other ones, and yeah, I think we've done it right here. I sure hope so, because once the glue sets, that's going to be it. Okay, I've got our parts that we need here for this module that we're going to be making. It's only 5 pieces, but I'm going to be working on that tomorrow. The reason being, probably about 15 minutes ago, I looked over at my thermometer here. And I haven't seen this since last summer, or last fall, I guess. So I'm going to take advantage of that. I want to get out. Yeah, and we'll continue on with this tomorrow. So thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.